Mark with My Family Health Insurance. If you are like anybody else who's in the market to buy health insurance for you or your family, you probably are finding it very confusing. Ever since the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, has become law, buying health insurance has become very, very complicated. So what I'd like to do today is just really give you a real brief snapshot of just how simple it really is. It's just been too complicated. So it really comes down to buying your health insurance policy for you or your family on the marketplace or off the marketplace. Here in Michigan, we have a marriage between the federal government and ourselves, so we might be different than other states in how we do this. But in Michigan, it really is as simple as, do you want to buy your health insurance on the marketplace or off the marketplace? That simple. So what does that mean? So let's look at the marketplace. If you want to purchase your health insurance through the marketplace, that really means you're going through healthcare.gov to purchase your insurance. Now, it may be with an agent or without an agent. With our experience of having helped hundreds of individuals enroll in healthcare.gov, we've taken out a lot of complexities. There are many different steps, and that can be very, very confusing. You can give bad information that can affect your premiums and all sorts of other complexities. So we strongly recommend, if you want to go through the marketplace, you definitely want to work with an agent to help guide you through all the pitfalls. So that's the first step. You go through healthcare.gov with your agent, and what happens is you can apply for a subsidy if your income is less than 400% of the federal poverty limit. So what does a subsidy mean? It means money in your pocket. What it means is your premium goes from this to this if your household income is less than 400% of the federal poverty limit. So here's some examples. 400%, if your income is less than 400% of the federal poverty limit for one individual, which is $45,960 income for the year, you are under 400% of the federal poverty limit and you qualify for a subsidy. Here's some other examples. If you're a household of two and your household income is at $62,040 or less, you qualify. If your income is a household of six is less than $126,000, you qualify for a subsidy. Now these numbers change every year, so this is just a snapshot of today. This will be changing year to year, but this gives you a good snapshot of what you can look at if you want to know whether or not you apply for a subsidy. Now, how much you get depends on how far below that 400% of the federal poverty limit where you're sitting currently. So that's how that works. Again, a little bit complicated, but nothing that an agent couldn't show you, so you can take a snapshot of how much money you can get to lower your premiums. Then there's another avenue, cost share. The federal government, if your income is substantially lower than 400% of the federal poverty limit, you get some cost sharing by the government. So not only do you get money through a subsidy from the government, but you also get a lower deductible, lower co-insurance, and lower co-pays. Now, what does deductible, co-insurance, co-pays, and subsidy really mean? Well, you'll want to go over to our video on Insurance 101 and we'll show you the details on that so you can better understand what that really means for you. So, if you do not want to buy on the marketplace, and a lot of people don't, well, who are those people? Well, some people that don't want to go through healthcare.gov because of privacy purposes, or because they just don't want the government necessarily knowing how they're buying their health insurance. Or, last of all, you're buying off the marketplace because your income exceeds 400% of the federal poverty limit. So, under those circumstances, you just go ahead and buy off the marketplace. So what does that mean? Well, now it's simplified quite a bit. You, instead of going through healthcare.gov, you do not go to healthcare.gov. You do not enroll through the government. Number two, you get no subsidy. So you have to understand, if you're below 400% of the federal poverty limit and you don't want to go through healthcare.gov, sorry, even if your income is below 400% of the federal poverty limit, you get no subsidy and you get no cost share. Last of all, you just pick the insurance plan and the insurance company that you want to go with, and you're all done. So that's as simple as what it is. And again, I'd encourage you to work with an agent. Us at My Family Health Insurance, we have a lot of agents that can assist you on the complications, because there are many that's buried in this side. Less complications over here, but there's a lot that you need to learn so that you can make the insurance that you buy for you or your family much more affordable. So again, come on over to us, to our video on Buying Insurance 101, and we will help you to understand even more of this. Thank you.